Next on CBS 4, a proposal to make women wait before getting an abortion in Florida. And what you missed when a standoff shut down parts of Miami Beach. Next on CBS 4.
The greatest shoes in more styles at Macy's.
More athletic than a Honda Pilot. More warranty coverage than any luxury brand. More standard safety features than a Toyota Camry. More roomy than a BMW 760Li. More interior room than a Honda Civic. More horsepower than a BMW 530. More standard safety features. More warranty. Less money. During the Hyundai Really Smart Sales event. Hurry to your Hyundai dealer for the Santa Fe lease. Now just $249 a month.
Dave's Only with Patricia Arquette, Macy Gray, and True Tales of Late Show interns tonight.
How many bodies do you have in here?
6 showgirls.
A new CSI, then this case is about who shot first.
Bad guys are wearing badges. You want to pick and choose who you take down? You are in the wrong line of work.
A new shark after CSI Thursday.
Next at 11, new details on a 6-hour SWAT standoff that shut down parts of Miami Beach. From the arrest to the people affected, we have live team coverage tonight.
A South Florida teacher learning a lesson in the law, what he's accused of doing that landed him in jail.
I'm Kerry Cott, taking you where cameras have never gone, showing you new training techniques being used to protect you at a major South Florida airport.
Plus, new hope for the Heat tonight. Dwayne Wade is back in action, but will he be back on the court? Good evening, South Florida. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
And I'm Beatrice Canals. Elliot Rodriguez has the night off. All-out coverage of the day's top stories for you starts in just 60 seconds.
It's a driver's car. Rich in the latest technology, the perfectly proportioned cabin offers abundant comfort and space. Super handling all-wheel drive gives you ownership of the road. And the ever-smooth turbocharged iVTEC engine, it's a rush. The RDX from Acura. Are you ready?
Now you can lease an RDX for $369 a month for well-qualified customers.
It's built to be fast, loaded with options, and includes amazing amounts of cash. It's Cars and Cash from the Florida Lottery. Every week you could be one of 7 lucky winners who gets to choose a brand new car. Or you could win $250,000 cash. That's a total of 42 cars and $1.5 million. But hurry, it's only for a limited time. Then it's gone. Cars and Cash from the Florida Lottery. Lots of cars, lots of cash, lots of winners.
Now, live, this is CBS 4 News at 11.
People running out of buildings, snipers on the lookout, and schools on lockdown. A very tense situation. A 6-hour standoff brings part of South Florida to a standstill. Thousands of children were left in class hours after the dismissal bell, while their parents all waited outside. This entire thing starting with a bank robbery, the coverage seen around the nation.
And just when police thought it was over, reports of gunmen in a nearby building led to a standoff. We want to give you a look now at all the agencies involved. This is how massive the police response was. Miami Beach, City of Miami, and Miami-Dade police officers all on scene, along with the FBI and U.S. Marshals Service. We have live team coverage tonight, beginning with CBS 4's Natalia Zaya. Natalia?
Well, the FBI and police have been questioning that bank robbery suspect all night. They want to know the identity of the man who called them threatening to start shooting people if that bank robbery suspect was not released. That phone call caused a whole lot of chaos.
You don't see this every day, even in Miami. Snipers take over rooftops, cops use cars as shields, SWAT team officers everywhere. It was a 6-hour standoff that ended well. No one was hurt, but it was a frustrating game of cat and mouse for the cops.
It was very, very scary.
Police say it started around 10 in the morning when this man, a foreign national, allegedly walked into the commercial bank on 41st to rob it. Cops say he didn't have a gun. Instead, he somehow robbed the bank with a phone call. Whoever was on that phone may be the same man who started calling police as soon as the alleged bank robber was in cuffs.
While they're placing him in custody, they got a call from somebody else calling the bank saying that they don't let him go, the person we had in custody, that they were going to come out shooting.
Seconds later, employees came running out of an office building across the street, saying they saw two men with guns inside.
It was very scary because there were policemen with the shotguns, and it was just scary. We didn't know if we were going to get out.
Most of the employees came out of the building with their hands on their heads while police searched inside. After hours of searching, they turned up nothing.
Don't know how that happened, but across the street people started running out, and we don't know whether they saw the police with guns that were undercover, and now they're freaking out, and it's a snowball effect after that, and people take off running, and we had no choice but to close that building.
But now that all the chaos is over, police now say they don't think the man who was on the phone was ever in that building across the street. Now, they say he could have been anywhere. The FBI is searching for that caller who claimed to be that bank robbery suspect's brother-in-law. We're live in Miami Beach. Natalia Zaya, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Thank you, Natalia. Jawan Strader picks up the story from here now with more on the schools on lockdown. Jawan, I cannot even imagine what it must have been like for the parents.
Oh my goodness, Maggie. It was really frantic for some of the parents out here. Many of them, though, still kept their cool. It happened here right behind me. This is North Beach Elementary School. Many of the parents having to wait outside the fence right there, waiting to be reunited with their child.
Nobody's allowed in or out of the building at this time.
North Beach Elementary is placed on lockdown as parents like Cami Onofo showed up concerned for their child's safety.
I'm very proud of the school, but it's still scary for our children to be in a situation like that, you know.
Parents not allowed to take their kids home until the school was given the all clear. Kids could only wave from the windows of their classrooms to their parents, who waited for hours outside the wired fence. And many understood it was all for their child's safety.
It's better that they're safe than come out and something happens. So
one by one, grade level by grade level, kids are reunited with their parents, who hugged and kissed their children after a very chaotic day.
Doctor, how's it feel?
Beautiful. It's wonderful anytime I hold my little girl in my arms.
Are you happy?
I'm excited. I'm happy. Relieved.
Long day?
Long day, but I will not be fully relieved until my other little girl is in my arms.
And parents weren't the only ones happy.
And I was like, Daddy, I missed you.
It was so fun staying in school the whole day.
I thought it was terrible.
So mixed reaction there from some of the students, but indeed many of the parents were very pleased with the way Miami-Dade schools handled this whole chaotic situation. Also, Nautilus Middle School released its students as well. And another point here is that many of the businesses in this area were also impacted. I spoke with the general manager at the Forge. He said that they lost about 90% of their reservations because they were forced to shut down, but they have now reopened. Reporting live here from Miami Beach, Jawan Strader, CBS 4 News Tonight.
It was an incredible story. To check out the unedited footage and to see a slideshow of all the events that unfolded on Miami Beach today, just go to our website, cbs4.com.
You can bet parents are talking to their kids tonight in an Oakland Park community after a teacher there is arrested for allegedly having child porn. Michael Postma had little reaction to the charges against him. The Oakland Park elementary teacher is accused of sending the pictures to a detective posing as a 14-year-old boy. Postma has worked at the school for 3 years. He has yet to post bond. Once he gets out, he will be reassigned, we're told, to a district location where there are no children. An update for you now on an exclusive story we brought you last night about a longtime special education teacher at Silver Lakes Elementary School accused of inappropriate contact with children. Steve Horwitz has been removed from the classroom while the school district investigates. Today, following our story, the Miramar School sent home this notice with students letting parents know about the investigation into the allegations against Horwitz.
Right now on CBS4.com, details on a settlement reached in a notorious boot camp death. The images were seen around the country. Guards at a Bay County boot camp beating teen inmate Martin Lee Anderson, who later died. His parents have now reportedly agreed to a $2.5 million settlement. For the full story, go to our website, cbs4.com. And in tomorrow's edition of the Miami Herald, wannabe cops get caught. More than 50 suspects have been arrested. They were nabbed after a 7-month-long investigation. Some of these men are accused of posing as cops to pull people over, and look at all the weapons police seized. The Miami Herald's David Ovaya is breaking the story. He says these crooks were getting more and more brazen.
They were actually going around breaking into police cars and police officers' homes and then selling the material and actually then going around impersonating officers and just really bizarre stuff, and then it kind of just mushroomed out into a bunch of different arrests that are some related, some marginally related.
A news conference is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon, but you can get the details in David's story in the Miami Herald or on miamiherald.com.
61,000 passengers pass through Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport every single day, and protecting them is a top priority. Well, tonight in a CBS 4 News exclusive, Carrie Codd sits down one-on-one with the airport's new security czar to see just what it takes to keep everyone there safe.
Thousands of people that work here at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, people checking bags, serving food, ringing up your magazines and gum. And in this era of enhanced security, those folks are the eyes and ears of security, of what's going on here at the airport. And the new security czar says he wants to make security here at the Fort Lauderdale Airport the standard for the rest of the country. This promotional video touts Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport as one of the fastest growing airports in the nation. And this man, Branch Walton, is playing a major role in trying to protect it.
There's no way to measure successes in a program like this, but we don't care as long as we don't have anything happen here.
This is a small training session Walton taught Tuesday on handling sensitive security information. In fact, it's so sensitive we could only record a few minutes of it. Walton is helping to train all 7,000 airport employees, no matter their job. The goal, preventing terrorism or any crime.
Every employee knows what his or her working environment looks like on a regular basis, and essentially we're saying if you see something or somebody that doesn't fit, report it. It's as simple as that.
Since he started 5 months ago, Walton is training workers in line with Transportation Security Administration guidelines, and he wants to take it a step further and make Fort Lauderdale's airport the best trained in the country.
That was during the '88 campaign, I believe. That was Vice President Bush.
And Walton comes with a wealth of experience protecting the leaders of the free world. As a Secret Service agent, he worked on details for Presidents Nixon, Carter, and Reagan.
Politics aside, don't really want to bring that up, but the favorite of all time is probably Reagan. Just a very down-to-earth guy, very friendly.
Walton says, like protecting a president, you must get everyone involved in protecting an airport this size. And that means making sure even passengers keep a keen eye for people who wish to harm us.
If I can use an analogy, it's probably like a 100-piece puzzle. And if they identify one small piece of that 100-piece puzzle, that may be the one that helps us see what the picture is.
Now, Walton could not say if this training at this point has resulted in any arrests or any types of foiled plots. He does say he hopes to extend his security program wider than just Fort Lauderdale. He'd like it to encompass all major South Florida airports as well as seaports in the area to provide greater protection for South Florida. At the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, Carrie Codd, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Now, the security training for airport workers goes on constantly, and we're told some workers in more sensitive areas receive more training, and refresher courses go on all the time.
Our I-Team exposed the Forgotten Floor, a place where mentally ill inmates are mistreated in the Miami-Dade County Jail. Tonight, what we uncovered is not being forgotten. See how it's taking center stage on Capitol Hill.
Should developers be allowed to build a high-rise condo complex overshadowing the view of the sky? I'm Tiffany Helberg. I'll have a live report on the commission's vote.
I'm David Bernard at Weather Control. Look, there's only really so many ways I can say it. The weather is great here in South Florida, but there are some changes, subtle ones for the end of the week. I'll let you know how it could impact the weekend coming up next.
And Florida lawmakers are working on a controversial decision on abortion. No matter where you stand on this one, you're going to want to see the story. It is coming up.
Tonight on an all-new Late Show.
It was so warm today that Alberto Gonzalez was firing attorneys in the park.
Patricia Arquette, plus true tales of Late Show interns, music from Macy Gray, and the top 10 signs it's spring in New York.
Rosie O'Donnell has started a feud with her allergist.
Tonight, then stay up for Craig.
You're invited to the dinner of a lifetime for my personal hero, Sidney Poitier.
Oh, my God.
Next over.
Tomorrow at 4 on 4.
Moore's, Florida's #1 Cadillac dealer, brings you Florida's best luxury value at Ed Moore's Bayview Cadillac and Ed Moore's Sawgrass Cadillac. Lease an 07 Cadillac CTS, just $219 a month. Or an 07 Cadillac Escalade, just $569 a month. Hurry to Ed Moore's Bayview Cadillac or Ed Moore's Sawgrass Cadillac.
Tuesday, Seminole Hard Rock Casino. The boys are back. They know what they're here for. How to play the game. And don't plan on leaving empty-handed. These are the boys from South Florida. This is their casino. And the game is on.
At Esserman Nissan, the race has begun. No, not that kind of race. It's a sales race, and anyone on a sales team could be the winner. So they will do everything they can to offer you the best deal. Like this new 2007 Nissan Altima for only $199 a month for only 24 months. Or this new 2007 Versa for only $149 a month, also 24 months. A sales race for them means the best deal for you at the #1 Nissan dealer in Florida, Esserman Nissan, Palmetto and 57th Ave.
Vizcaya Museum and Gardens is known as a beautiful historic retreat in the heart of Miami. But the idea behind it could be history if developers get their way. They want to build condos on waterfront land on the neighboring Mercy Hospital Medical Campus.
Yeah, but apparently that is not sitting well with many residents nearby who are protesting the controversial project. They were at City Hall tonight to have their voices heard. CBS 4's Tiffany Helberg is there. And Tiffany, we're told that an actual decision could come at any minute, right?
Soon. That 9-hour meeting, it is still going on. Commissioners say they expect to come back with a decision in 15 to 20 minutes on this project. It's been an exhausting day of testimony for everyone. Close to 70 people signed up to speak, some for, some against the proposal to build a 27-story condo that would change the view at Vizcaya, a historic landmark. Faced with opposition, the developer scaled back their building by 9 stories. Little consolation for those against it that want to preserve the view from the gardens of Vizcaya. Here's what a couple of those people had to say here tonight.
You know, they're painting this as if we live in some sort of suburban area 100 miles from town. That's not. This is an urban part of this city.
The developments say there will be second and third homes. So we're willing to let people who are not permanent residents of this great city impact on our most treasured historic landmark. I think not.
Passionate people on both sides of the aisle, and they should have their answer in about 15 to 20 minutes. To give you a little perspective, when the commissioners held a preliminary vote about a month ago, they voted 3-2 in favor of the project. We'll see if they come back with a similar or something against it. Live in Coconut Grove, Tiffany Helberg, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Meantime, another developer has been arrested accused of stealing your tax dollars. This is the latest fallout from House of Lies, the Miami-Dade housing scandal that we exposed with our news partners at the Miami Herald. Developer Reynaldo Diaz surrendered today on charges that he scammed the Miami-Dade Housing Agency out of nearly $1 million. Diaz was given the money to help build 28 homes for the poor, but cops say he only built 2 and pocketed the remaining hundreds of thousands of dollars. Diaz is the third developer charged in the housing scandal.
Our I-team investigation of inmates being held in deplorable conditions at the Miami-Dade County Jail shocked South Florida. And after we exposed the forgotten floor, it is now being addressed on Capitol Hill. In fact, a hearing by the U.S. House Judiciary Committee opened today with all eyes turning to what we uncovered on the forgotten floor. The expose by Chief Investigative Reporter Michelle Gillen is setting the stage for testimony by the Miami-Dade judge who unlocked the doors to our cameras.
Jails and prisons have become the asylums of the new millennium.
Can you believe, in a sense, that from that moment in time when we walked through that jail and, you know, went through the food holes to interview the inmates, their voices are being heard today?
Finally. It is remarkable. I almost pinch myself regularly to see how far we've come.
Well, national legislation is now being drafted to address what had been a largely invisible crisis.
Heartbreaking news tonight about White House spokesman Tony Snow. His cancer has come back. Snow has stage 4 colon cancer, which is not curable, but it is treatable with chemotherapy and surgery. Snow already beat colon cancer back in 2005 and says he will fight just as hard this time around. Doctors discovered the cancer had returned and spread to the liver yesterday when Snow went into surgery to have a growth removed. Lawmakers in the State House have approved a bill that could add a new hurdle to Florida women seeking abortions, a 24-hour waiting period. 28 states have similar waiting periods, but 2 of them have declared the laws unconstitutional. This bill could head to the House floor as early as next week. The Senate is not currently working on a related bill.
Well, David Bernard is here now, and he joins us tonight to tell us what we can expect for the rest of the week.
You know, it's just really nice out there tonight, and we've been on a pretty steady state of decent weather. There are some subtle changes coming for the end of the week, so we'll see if that messes up the weekend or not. Okay, look outside right now. It's a good one. 72 right now at Weather Control in Doral, 73 at MIA, Fort Lauderdale and Key West, both at 74, and some slightly drier air has snuck in tonight, so the stickiness scales back to a 0. That's very dry, and east winds are at 7. Earlier today, this morning, a trace of rainfall fell across a good part of South Florida, but it didn't amount to too much. Now notice tonight, this is a little bit different than the last several nights. Still in the mid-70s in the coastal areas, but notice West Kendall, you've dropped to 65 degrees. And the difference tonight, not so much the wind direction, it's still coming out of the east to northeast, but the wind speeds are lighter tonight, especially inland. Right now 7 at West Kendall. Notice higher though in the coastal locations at the airport at Fort Lauderdale and Pompano, still blowing at 13. So tonight, the coast will be quite a bit warmer than the inland areas, as you can see, already cooling down into the middle 60s. Now, the weather story for really the past week or two has been strong high pressure, basically stationary off the Carolina coast, giving us the windy easterlies here across South Florida, meaning generally decent weather, but occasionally some showers blowing by. Now, tomorrow in our true view, the winds are going to continue to decrease, and I don't really see much of a chance of rain, so I'm going to call for sun and clouds and a breezy beach and no rain showing up. There might be 1 or 2 showers, but they'll be very weak and small, and they won't last very long. And as we go into the end of the week, on Thursday, the same story. This front will be to the north, warm and dry, and even less wind on Thursday. But here's the little change going into the weekend. This front's going to kind of skirt by us on Friday. It's not going to make us cooler, but it's going to cause the breezes to build again, and there might be a few showers blowing in on this building northeasterly breeze Friday and Friday night. Now, I think on Saturday, winds come back around to the east. It stays breezy, but the chance of rain will likely decrease, although there could be 1 or 2 showers on Saturday. And right now on Sunday, well, we're just going to call for some sun and clouds to be around and a good amount of sun and maybe a little less breeze. Here's the forecast for tonight. 71 coast, cooler inland at 63, staying breezy at the beach. For tomorrow, high 81, not as windy, sun and clouds, and the rip current risk is going to continue. Continue to exercise caution, especially offshore, 3 to 5 foot seas, and the bays will see a moderate chop. So here's the outlook recapping going into the weekend. Temperatures hold steady, generally in the lower 80s, and there you can see on Friday the wind picking up again. A couple of showers could blow by, but right now I'm still holding out for the weekend to be pretty nice overall.
Sounds good.
Thank you, David. Well, coming up, $1 million mess when a hot rod gets wrecked.
We are talking wrecks. That crash is caught on camera, and now you're going to find out which celebrity was caught behind the wheel.
They messed up my car. I'm Jim Berry. Straight ahead in sports, the king of the courts now has a new nemesis. We'll tell you whom. Meantime, the Heat's D. Wade begins to test his healing shoulder. It looks like Serena. She had fun today. All right, we'll be back.
I'm Joy Purdy. Don't miss CBS 4 News this morning. Why your morning commute could be delayed, all in the name of progress. Pamela, right here, as we look towards the middle of the week, what do we see blowing in for the second half? I'm going to let you know that. See you in the morning. Plus, more news, live traffic, and half the commercials. It's all tomorrow, right here on CBS 4 News this morning, starting at 5 a.m.
Williamson Cadillac helps you drive in style. Come celebrate with incredible savings on every new Cadillac. Lease a new CTS for only $359 per month or a new Escalade for only $699 per month. Both with absolutely no money down. Williamson Cadillac, where the Palmetto meets US 1.
Jim, what are you doing?
Novak, I'm filling this brand new Mercedes full of tennis balls. It's all for the Jim Berry Tennis Classic, Saturday, April 14th at the Royal Palm Tennis Club. You can be a sponsor, play in the Pro-Am, or just come on out and enjoy the free fun, all to benefit the Greater Miami Tennis and Education Foundation.
Well, what about a car?
Oh, yeah. If you go to Bill Essery Motors in Coral Gables, you'll see a car just like this, chock full of tennis balls. Make your guess on how many are inside, and you can win a big prize. The Jim Berry Tennis Classic, brought to you by. by these sponsors.
places we fly around the world, we know one means more to you than any other. We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
According to Motor Trend, the new Ford Expedition EL simply beats Suburban at its own game. While Suburban requires owners to lift and store their third-row seats, Ford Expedition is the only full-size SUV to offer powerful third-row seats that fold flat with the push of a button. For a limited time, lease Expedition for just $399 a month. That's $399 a month. Take the Ford Challenge today at your South Florida Ford dealer.
It's Mazda's best lineup ever. And Mazda's best offers ever. Save on a huge selection of Mazdas, like the all-new 7-passenger Mazda CX-9, Mazda CX-7, Mazda 3, and Mazda 6. So which Mazda is best for you? Just announced. Lease an 07 Mazda CX-7 front-wheel drive Sport for $229 a month for 27 months with 2824 due at lease signing. Get to your Mazda dealer by April 2nd when our best offers ever end.
A promise of better lives through better patient outcomes. A commitment to the most advanced technology. And above all, a mission to put people first. Holy Cross, the only hospital in Broward County named one of America's 50 best. Holy Cross Hospital, where high-touch healing meets high-tech care. For a physician referral, call 866-4HC-DOCS.
Closed captioning provided by City Furniture. Now offering same-day delivery, 7 days a week.
Williamson Cadillac Hummer helps you drive in style. Come celebrate with incredible savings on every new Hummer. Lease a new H2 for only $659 per month or a new H3 for only $359 per month. Both with absolutely no money down. Williamson Cadillac Hummer, where the Palmetto meets US 1.
Our tennis ace is here with tennis news, JB.
And I tell you what, the ace at Key Biscayne goes down in flames today. Kind of a surprise. If Roger Federer is Superman, Guillermo Canas now is his kryptonite. The world's top tennis player is again stunned by his brand new nemesis. Boris Becker sneaks in to see Federer get pushed around. Watch Roger far court. He hustles in for the leg court before Canas lobs it deep. Roger hustles the other way, hits a return lob, but Canas says, go long, go long. It does. He wins the first set tiebreak. Second set, Federer rebounds. Far court, the guy runs like Roger Rabbit. Federer squeezes in a winner. He takes the second, but blows a third set lead. Canas seizes the moment. Match point, he whizzes the serve right by Roger. Canas beats Federer for the second time in a month.
Surprised because I beat 2 times the #1 in the world. Really, I don't know what is my secret, but just I'm surprised because I'm playing very good.
I really expect myself to win tonight, but it's one of those matches I should have never lost.
Well, the door might be open now for Andy Roddick. Andy near court shows David Ferrer he will come to the net and shows a deft touch. Roddick battles to a straight set win. Well, when Serena Williams sees Maria Sharapova, boy, she becomes a pit bull. Serena chews up the ladies' top seed just like she did in Australia. Terrell Owens and Star Jones take in this stadium court demolition. Williams never lets Sharapova into the match as she rips this cross-court winner. This lopsided affair over in under an hour. Sharapova's serve is wobbly, and this shot out of her reach. Serena thumps Maria 6-1, 6-1. Well, Dwayne Wade is eager to run again with the Heat, but first, the guy must take some baby steps. The star guard takes a few today by again breaking a basketball sweat. Wade shoots around during and after the Heat's practice. He says his dislocated shoulder is healing nicely and hopes to be ready for the Heat's second season.
Unless the doctors say otherwise, I'm going to continue to feel that I'm going to be with my team, come late in the season and playoffs. So, I'm very positive about it. So unless I hear something bad from the doctors, I'm going to continue my progression.
They do need him. Panthers visit Tampa looking more like spoilers than contenders, but Ole Jokinen keeps bringing it with a man on his back. He roars in and still scores. Holy Ole, 13 points in his last 5 games. Panthers win 5-2. While the Dolphins lose another player to a division rival, defensive lineman David Bones apparently ready to sign with the Jets. No, David. Finally, tennis guru Nick Bollettieri takes on a big challenge. Me. I'm feeling confident until his prodigy start teeing off on me, hitting winners by me left and right. That's okay, Nick. I'm going to get my respect. Take that ace, you young whippersnapper. I do okay, but decide I'd be best served to pick on players my own age.
Got beaten by a 12-year-old. How does that feel?
They weren't 12. They were at least 18.
You took it easy on them, right?
Yeah, sure.
That's what it was.
I'm going to feel it tomorrow. It was fun.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jim. Still ahead tonight, a teenager with a fascination for a fence and his bizarre act at vandalism is all caught on camera.
And after the news tonight on The Late Show, Patricia Arquette. We're coming right back.
Introducing the 2007 Cadillac CTS Bose Edition, complete with sunroof, Bose sound system, 3.6-liter engine, and wood and leather trim. It's everything you need now to play at full volume.
Visit your South Florida Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer. Residency restrictions apply.
The race has started at Weston Nissan Sales Race Event. Drive a new Murano for only $299 a month. Sign and drive. We have to sell 500 vehicles this month, so we're offering unbeatable deals. Like this new 2007 Nissan Murano for only $299 a month. Sign and drive at simply the best location off I-75 at Griffin Road. Simply the best. The race is on at Weston Nissan Sales Race Event. 2007 Murano, $299 a month. Sign and drive.
Welcome to Tony Roma's Fish Grill at Island Oasis, where you can catch light and tender salmon or mahi-mahi, grilled, blackened, or pan-seared with a sesame crust. Then take a vacation from the ordinary with Thai sweet chili sauce, garlic scampi butter, tomato pesto salad, or our zesty kickin' sauce. And for the shrimp lover, there's creamy shrimp scampi pasta. Tony Roma's, famous for ribs and great seafood. Tony Roma's Fish Grill.
Get out of your dreams. Get into your car.
It's the Chevy Spring Sales Event at Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto Mall, your GM headquarters. Lease an 07 Chevy Silverado Extended Cab, just $199 a month. Or an 07 Chevy Tahoe LS, just $259 a month. Hurry to Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto Mall on Sunrise Boulevard, just east of the Sawgrass Expressway, Sunrise.
If you see news in the making, dial star CBS 4 on your Metro PCS cellular phone.
A comedian is not laughing tonight, and neither are the people around him after crashing a $1 million car with cameras rolling.
You should be very careful with a car that expensive, especially if it belongs to your boss. This is painful to watch. Eddie Griffith right there smashing the $1.5 million Ferrari Enzo. I know, it's awful. While promoting, it's funny, but it's awful. While promoting his new racing movie out of California Speedway. And get this, the car came from his executive producer's private collection. Nice. Griffin walked away unscratched and very embarrassed. But the car, as you see, bye-bye, total loss.
And so's his friendship with his producer.
And maybe his job.
Maybe. Again, the cameras are rolling, only this time catching a teen vandal in the act in New York. Take a look. He pulls up in his car, plows right through the fence, then he gets up and just takes off. Homeowners are hoping the surveillance cameras they put up will help them catch the vandal. Their fence has been vandalized 8 times before.
Maybe I ought to put up cameras to figure out my mailbox.
You mentioned that earlier.
Stop knocking it down.
Stop it.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers.
CBS 4 News tonight. We'll be right back.
Williamson Cadillac helps you drive in style. Come celebrate with incredible savings on every new Cadillac. Lease a new CTS for only $359 per month or a new Escalade for only $699 per month. Both with absolutely no money down. Williamson Cadillac, where the Palmetto meets US 1.
There ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no bugs on me.
There may be bugs on some of you mugs, but there ain't no bugs on me.
Canine Advantix is the one that repels and kills disease-spreading fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. Frontline Plus doesn't repel and isn't effective against mosquitoes. So ask your veterinarian for Canine Advantix, the one that repels and kills.
Yeah, there may be bugs on some of you mugs, but there ain't no bugs on me.
Gravity will propel this Lexus IS over 4,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This Lexus IS will attempt to cover the same distance even faster. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. So much for gravity. Attractive leases available on all 2007 IS models. The IS 250, $369 per month for 36 months with $34.69 due at signing.
Get into Jeep Days and get out there in our growing lineup of Jeep 4x4, 7 in all. Now's the time to check out our newest vehicles, like the all-new Jeep Compass. Plus, get great deals on the luxurious Grand Cherokee, Liberty, the best-selling SUV in its class, and rugged Commander. Discover our greatest lineup of 4x4s ever at your Jeep dealer. The only way to get out there is to get in here during Jeep Days. Well-qualified lessees can get a low-mileage lease on Jeep Liberty Sport 4x2 for just $229 a month.
Lately, it's become real trendy to say your truck is built in America. But few can say their truck helped build America. For generations, Ford trucks have changed with the times. But one thing hasn't changed in 30 years. How's that for trendy? Now sign and drive off in a 2007 F-150 for just $299 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
It's built to be fast, loaded with options, and includes amazing amounts of cash. It's Cars and Cash from the Florida Lottery. Every week you could be one of 7 lucky winners who gets to choose a brand new car. Or you could win $250,000 cash. That's a total of 42 cars and $1.5 million. But hurry, it's only for a limited time. Then it's gone. Cars and Cash from the Florida Lottery. Lots of cars, lots of cash, lots of winners.
Williamson Cadillac Hummer helps you drive in style. Come celebrate with incredible savings on every new Hummer. Lease a new H2 for only $659 per month or a new H3 for only $359 per month. Both with absolutely no money down. Williamson Cadillac Hummer, where the Palmetto meets US 1.
That's going to do it for CBS 4 News tonight. Remember, we're always on at CBS4.com.
For Beatrice Canals, Jim Berry, and David Bernard, I'm Magda Rodriguez.